Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lulua Tech Designs, and I'm your boy Lulua Mark. We are here with a brand new project. This is a 3-bedroom project, or a house, if you wish to say. We are going to design this in Revit, and as always, we start our projects from scratch. I believe this project is going to teach you so many tools in Revit. You learn how to edit, first of all, how to set up the floor plan right from the elevation. After setting the floor plans, we shall be able to learn how to edit walls. After learning that, we shall learn how to edit the floor or the slab. We shall learn how to create the walls, just building the house, of course. And then we shall learn how to do, let's say, the roof. This is a flat roof or a hidden roof. Mostly we shall do hidden roof because flat roof is really simple. It's just slab, but hidden roof will give you more details of how to create a roof, and I promise you I'll teach you even how to create a hip to roof. Along the way, we shall now change it to hidden roof or lean to roof. Then you learn how to do the facading. You learn how to create these steps that are the veranda. You can say the ports. And then of course the stair. Uh, these railings, not really stair, but the railings on the steps. So you learn how to do all these things along the way. If need be, we can even go beyond just creating the house. We can even incorporate landscaping as well. So, not to waste a lot of time, we're going to start it from the scratch, step by step. As I promised, we're going to open our Revit. We're going to open our Revit. So my Revit is here, just here. I'll click on it, then I'll wait for it to open. And the Revit I'm using is 2026. It's the latest. I believe so many people are still using 2024 and others, but nevertheless, I will be able to try to make you understand the differences in terms of the interface and all those things. Now, this is the interface of Revit 2026, but in the previous versions, these are also the same things. Really, you will not see any change around here. The interface is the same. Most of the things are the same, so you don't need to worry that yours is an older version. We shall go along the way. I'll be able to show you, especially if we find a tool is located in a different place other than what you have in your version. I'll be able to show you where to get all the tools. So now, after opening your Revit like this, you just come to new, which is here. You click on it, it will show you this. Now, for other Revit versions, when you click on this drop down, you'll see so many lists of items here, and among which is architectural template, and you will just select the architectural template and click OK. You continue with your project. Now, for those who have theirs like this, where you don't see those templates, you simply come to this browse, you click on that, and then you come to this preview. You see this preview, you click on that preview, you look for English, which is here. You make sure you click on English. You can click on the open button. From here, you look for this default metric. It will show you these three elevation signs here. Then you just click open. Then it will bring here the default metric. Now you see it has added the default metric, and that is what we are going to use for our project. But if you already have your templates here, you just select architectural template and you click OK. OK. Make sure it is project that is ticked. So you click OK, and your Revit will open. So mine is loading. So your Revit will open like this. This is basically the interface of Revit. And for some people, it may not be exactly like this. For example, the browser sometimes sits here. Let me try and put mine here so that we are suffering the same sickness. There. So now for some people, you might find your interface is looking like this, because we have the properties and the product browser that are supposed to sit side by side. But for some reasons, you find the product browser is sitting below the properties, and you wonder how to take this on that side. For a matter of, if you just want to take it that side, let's just grab it from the title here, just like that. You bring it here, you drop it there, to just pop up back to your interface. And then if you don't have project browser, let me just say this: in the properties panels, you don't see project browser down here, and on your right, the project browser is nowhere to be seen. Then you start thinking that your Revit is not the right one. uh, what you need to do is simply right click on the interface. You come to this browsers, you just tick this project browser and it will come there. Basically, that is how you can play around this project browser. Then of course we have the toolbars. There are a lot of tools you will see here, but you don't have to get scared. These tools, you are going to use them one by one, and you realize they're just looking so many for nothing. They'll basically help you along the way, and you'll be able to use each of them if we can continue with you up to the end of this project. So now from this point, at the project browser, you might also find your project browser is completely hidden like this. Now the first thing we're going to do is to set our elevations. What do I mean by setting our elevations? We want to set our floor to floor heights, the foundation, and all those stuffs. We need to set that before we can start building. So now you come to your views all. You click on this plus sign, it will open the floor plans, the ceiling plans, the elevation plans. For now, we're interested in the elevations. You click on the elevations. We have the east, north, south, and west. You can double click on any of them. It doesn't matter. So you'll see here there's level 1 at 0, and then there's level 2 at 4,000. These two are elevation lines. This shows that this level 1, which is at 0, is the ground. That is the ground where you are sitting on. Or just the earth surface. The normal earth surface is at 0. Then going higher, it's at 4,000. That is the next level. Then if we had something down here, it will be negative, and that will mean what we see is below the earth. So now we're going to edit these. We shall customize them so that we understand our elevation. So now for you to do any editing here, you can just simply click on this line. It will make this active. You can just click on it and you start writing. So this will be our ground floor, just like that. And ground floor is always at 0. So here they are asking, would you like to rename corresponding views? Yes, we want to rename, just like that. When you have done your editing and the mouse or the cursor is still active, you right click, you cancel, you right click, you cancel, until it becomes normal like this. And you can go ahead to command another task, or you can use your escape key On the keyboard, you keep escaping until the mouse is back to normal so that you can create something else. Now we shall edit the second. Up here, you just click on the line. Once it is active like this, you just click on that. We shall name that our roof level, just like that. And then I'll just click out here. I'll say yes. I don't want to keep seeing this, so I'm going to tick here so that they will not show me this message again. So I'll just say yes. Then I'll click on the numbers. I want my floor to floor height to be 3.5 or 3,500 meters. Now just here, if I want this command to go off, I can right click, I click on escape, it has disappeared. So you click on that, you keep repeating that until the mouse is really free like this to continue the next assignment. Now we have the ground floor, we have the roof floor, the roof level. We need to have a foundation because we can't build without a foundation. So to create a new elevation or new level, if you click on this architecture, which is on our left here, or you just try to browse through this line all the way to this side, you'll see here there's this level button here. The level tool is here. I can simply click on it, then I'll come and start drawing. So I can start to draw from here. I'll just come and leave it here. Then I'll escape until my mouse is free. I'll try and delete this. We shall repeat it once more. The first option was for us to look for it all the way up to this end. If you can't find it, the shortcut is LL. LL will be able to generate for you the level. So if I just click LL on my keyboard, you see the mouse is now active to start drawing a new level. Here I can also start to draw a new level, then I escape and escape. Another way, I want to show you all the three ways so that next time you don't really get stuck. Another way is you just click on the level instead of this time clicking on LL or going to look for it manually. You just click on one, then you come to this tool that says create similar, and the shortcut is CS. When I say create similar, it will allow me to create a similar component just like what I've done here. So I can just start drawing and it will still do the same thing. You make sure you always pay attention to those dots. These blue dots are alignments. They will show you that you have reached the same mark or the same line with the previous. So it's better you always follow it so that your work looks neat. So I'll just click there, I'll escape and escape. Now our foundation is negative 2 meters down, but for this kind of house I just want to have negative 1.5. So we shall click on it. First of all, we shall rename it to foundation, just like that, foundation level. And then this one here, we shall make it negative 1.5, just like that. Now I can just escape until it is active. So now we have created our floors or our levels. When we open the floor plan, when you click on that, I'm seeing here ground floor, roof level, and site, but the foundation is nowhere to be seen. You can't see it. And when you are keen, you realize that these circles are having some blue signs inside them. The first two are having that are appearing here, but the foundation is having black. Why is this happening? So if yours is happening like this, automatically when you have created these things, it will generate them in the floor plans. You'll be able to see the levels you have created. But if you don't see any level that you have created here showing in the floor plans, what you can do, you come to your view. Let me look for view. You come to view, and then let me see. Let's see what is taking place there. Uh, Now, what was disturbing us is to find this foundation in the floor plans. Now, if any of your floor plans or these levels are not showing in the floor plan, what you do, you just come to this view, you click on the view, then you look for this plan views. You see this plan views, you click on this plan view, then you select this floor plan. Then here it will show you what is not shown in the floor plans. So whatever level you see here is the level that has failed to appear on the floor plans. So you'll simply select it. For me, I only have this one. Then I'll click OK, and I'm checking do not duplicate the existing floors. So I'll just click OK. Let me see. Now when I close this and I come to my elevations, you see now this one is blue, this one is blue, this is blue, and in the floor plans I can now see the foundation, ground floor, roof level. I hope you did understand that. So whenever your floor plans or the levels you have already set in the elevations are not appearing in the floor plans, you come to view, you look for this ribbon here, and then that says plan views, you click on it, then you select floor plans. It will show you the floor plans that are not appearing. So here we have an empty space. That means all the floor plans are appearing in the floor plans. Now after creating this, you are actually ready to start designing your house, because basically these are the floors that we just wanted to create. And before we go further, you need to save this work. Before we save this work, I have already created for us the floor plan for the project. However, we are going to recreate it from scratch, but I'll just open it for reference so that we don't waste a lot of time in creating the floor plan. So without wasting time, let me just go and open it. I'll just come here and then I'll double click on it. It will open in Revit, and here it is. And we are going to save our work before we lose it, because in Revit, when you don't save work, then you lose it. That means you'll start your work from scratch again. So the title is going to be Watch Me Build a Dream Bungalow Step by Step. So I'll come to our project, then you go to File, you come to Save As, then you save as a project. Make sure you choose as a project, you click on that. And then for me, I have where to save. Let me look for my YouTube, then I'll open that, and then I'll say here, let me just do as if I want to rename that. So here, this is part 1. I'll just say that part 1, something like that. Then I'll just save. So now you can also do the same. You save yours. Once you have saved, you will see up here your title for the project appears. That means you can now start designing. Yours might appear here, this side, regardless, it has to appear up here. You always see it. And then we can now continue. We have done our elevations. We have set the levels for the building. The next thing we're going to do is to learn how to set up the wall. Now to set up the wall, you come to architecture. Wall is always the first thing. You click on this drop down, you select this wall architecture, it is the first option, and the shortcut is WA. Click on it, and then you see your cursor will show you a positive sign or a plus sign. But if I start drawing here, it will actually start drawing a wall. See that? I can simply start drawing a wall like that, but that's not what we want to do. We want to draw proper walls. So after selecting the wall tool, you click on this edit type. Click on this edit type. It will show you this window. From here you have to click on this duplicate. Make sure you always duplicate before you can continue designing. Now I'll delete that. I can actually wrap all this, then I give my own name. I'll say this is going to be our main wall. Main wall, just like that. For reference, I want to put here 200 millimeters. This one is basically to guide me that I gave our main wall 200 millimeters. However, this is not, this one doesn't matter. You can write anything you want here. So after writing the name, you can click OK. Then you click on this button that says edit. From here now you can edit the materials, you can edit all these things. Where we only have here one structure which is at 200. These other ones are called boundaries. You can't edit or delete them, but this structure is editable. You can create more and reduce. So I'm going to add two more because we want to have our superstructure, which is the wall. And then we shall also have the finishes on both sides of the wall. Now you have these buttons here to insert, to duplicate, to delete, to move up and to move down. We are going to use these ones. So we shall start with the insert. So when I click on this structure, it is already shown in black. So I'll just say insert. When I click on insert, it will insert another structure which is down here. In fact, it is that one up at with the thickness 0. I'll also insert another one again. It will insert another structure which is also with the thickness 0. Now we're going to change these structures to finishes. So I'll click on just let's start with the first one where the structure is. In the function, you just click here. It will pop up this drop down. I'll pick this finish one. Then I'll also go to this next one. I'll click here. I come to finish 2. Now we have finish 1 and finish 2. I want this finish 2 to be below the structure, so I'll use this down button to bring it down like this. Now you realize I have my finish 1, the structure, and the finish 2. I believe you understand this. So now the structure is the brick, let's say the wall inside the brick itself, which is the superstructure. Then this first finish is the plaster plus the paint on one face. Then this other finish is on the other face. You know, a wall has two faces, the inside and the outside. So the brick is in the middle. That's how we arrange these things here. Now I'll give the first finish 10 millimeters, a thickness of 10 millimeters. The second finish will also have a thickness of 10 millimeters. Now our superstructure, which is the brick, is going to be 180. So in total we shall have 200 millimeters for our wall. Now we are going to create new materials in the material line or material tab. So here you just click around here. Let me click like that. It will open for you the material browser. This is a material browser. You can create your own material here. So we're going to customize our materials you come to this round circle here that has a positive sign. You click on that drop down, you select this create new material, and then it will create a default new material like this. You can right click, then you rename it to the material you want. So now this is going to be a plaster plus a paint. So I'll just write the color of the final output. So I'll say this is going to be our white color. Let's just say white color, just like that. And then in the graphics here, in this graphics, I want it to be white. I'll just click on that. I'll select white. I'll just click OK. See that? This is white. And then in the appearance, you click the appearance. When it loads like this, you'll come to this button or this sign that says it replaces this asset. You click on it, it will generate for us the asset browser, just like that. Then from here we can look for the kind of material we want to create. So let's look for paint. I'm looking for paint. Then we see the kind of paints they will give us. Now they've given us all these kinds of paints. Let me come to wall paints here. You see this appearance. Below appearance, there's wall paint here. When you click here, it will show you all these paints. So I want to have something white. When you click on this button here, it will show you the kind of paint you have selected. You see here, it will generate this thumbnail. Here, this is also white. This is white. I don't know which white is better, but I think white is white. So we shall just go with any of them. I believe I'll just go with this. When you are okay with what you have got, you just close this. Then you click apply, you click OK. Then it will show you that the first finish is now having white color with this thickness. You see that? And then let's go to the structure. You click here. Let's create the material. Create that. You rename it to main wall. You can rename it the way you want. It will help you to understand what you're doing. So in the graphics, I think I will not do anything here, but in the appearance, I want to look for the main wall. I hope I'm not going fast. When you come to the appearance, you click on this sign here to open the asset browser, and then you can look for what you want. I'll look for brick. It will bring for us bricks. So now we are looking for the common brick. I don't know if it is there. So let's come to this masonry and look for the brick we are. Let me see. They have so many bricks, but I really want just a normal brick. Norman. Common. The brick I'm looking for is here. This common brick here. It is that one there. So that is the brick we are going to use for our house. I'll just close this. I'll click apply and then OK. So now we have our structure. We are left with the last finish. So you click on here. You come to this create. You come to create new. You rename it. Then I want this paint to be, let's just say gray color. Then in the graphics, it's already showing us gray, so I'll leave it like that. Then in the appearance, I'll come to this icon. I click on it to open the asset browser. I'll still look for paint. Looking for paint. Then I want wall paint. and I am going with this dark gray. There's another dark gray here. Gray is gray. I'll go with that. Then I'll apply. I'll click OK. Now we have assigned materials. We have assigned the thickness. We have also given the functions. Now when you come to this edit assembly, you'll see the family's basic wall. The type is the wall that we renamed, and the total thickness is 200, and the rest. So from here you just click OK, then you apply, you click OK, and you can now start drawing your wall. You can now simply start drawing your wall. So I'll be using this to reference. So let's start here. We're going to draw a wall of let's just draw two walls. Come to architecture, come to wall, then it's showing me the wall we created is here. So I'll just create one wall like that, then another one like that. I'll try to escape until my mouse is not active. If you don't escape enough, you'll be causing for yourself a lot of problems, because most times what beginners do is they will be active like this, then they'll want to do something else, and yet the mouse is still actively doing another work, and you want to force it to start something new. So make sure you should understand how a normal mouse or a normal cursor looks like. You see, a normal cursor shows you this kind of shape, and if it is doing something else, it will not, like, it will always show you a different sign. So you always escape until the mouse gets back to its normal state. So now we're going to start offsetting these walls. I see here this is 5 meters. So I'll simply, let me even close this elevation. I'll just click on this wall. I'll come to offset tool, and the shortcut is OF. So you click on it, then you come and write here 5,000. That is 5 meters. So you click on the wall that you're offsetting, just click on it like this, and then I can escape. I will escape. Now we need to measure this so that we shall know the distance we have given. For you to measure, use a line dimension tool, which is here. The shortcut is DI. When you click on it, before you start aligning, there's something I want you to do. For me, in Revit 2026, it is the last option here that says wall center lines and wall faces. I will select wall faces. But if you are using any other Revit other than 2026, it will show you this side on the left side of the interface. So you look for this option here, this prefer. You drop down, there's wall center line, wall faces, center of core, faces of core. So we shall go with wall faces. So if you have done that, you'll just click on this, you click on that, you click in the middle there. You see now the cursor is having another thing on it. That means it is still actively doing another work. Here you cannot continue to do something else until you escape, and ensure that it has nothing. Now here we can start. Now you realize we offset this wall at 5 meters, but it is showing here 4.8. Where did the 200 go? The 200 has been taken into the thickness of the wall. So you remember we gave our wall a thickness of 200 millimeters. That means whenever you're measuring, it will also consider the thickness of the wall. So for you to handle this, you just click on the new wall you created, then you click on this number, you change it to the number that you gave. So now we have 5 meters. So from here we can continue drawing. So let's draw the next wall. I'm seeing this one is 5.5. So we shall come to the offset tool, which is OF. Then I'll give here 5.5, just like that. I'll offset this one here, click, then I'll escape, then I'll come to the align dimension tool, which is DI, to I'll measure the distance, escape. Now you realize the 200 has also gone, so you click on the new wall you just created, you change the measurement to your actual measurement. So now we have created this first room, which is going to be the master bedroom, 5.5 by 5 or 5 by 5.5. Now we are going to create, let's create maybe these sides first. We are going to create another room here. That's 3.7 by 3.2. 3.7 by 3.2. So you come to your offset, which is the OF, you write there 3.7, just like that. You offset here, then I'll escape, please make sure you always escape. Then I'll come to my align the dimension DI, I'll measure there, I'll measure this, I'll click in the middle to put or to make the line stick in one place. So I'll escape, I'll click here, and then change this to 3.7. I think this 3.5 is okay. 3.5 I think is okay. So we shall just go to offset again. I'll offset this one. I believe it is also 3.5. I'll come to the line dimension. I'll click on this, click on that, and then click in the middle. The line will remain there and our measurement will be available. So now we have created one side. Let me see here. Yes, we have created this side. So now we are going to this other side. We are coming this way. We are going to offset this. It is 7.4 this side. So I'll just click, I'll just come to the offset, which is the OF. I'll write 7.4. Then I'll offset this wall like that. I'll escape, then I come to the align dimension. I'll measure here and here, and then in the middle I'll click, I'll escape, then I'll click on the new wall. I make sure it is 7.4 because that's what we want to have, just like that. Now you realize we have a lot of walls in the middle here, and we don't want that. So we are going to start using some of the tools. The first tool we are going to use is this trim, slice, extend to corner, which has the shortcut TR. When you click on it, it will extend this to this, or it will trim. Let me go back. What it does is, if I want to trim this side of the wall, I'll select the wall I want to preserve, then it will trim the odd man out. So if I click on this and this side becomes an odd man out. If I click this side and this side becomes an odd man out. So you need to pay attention to that. And don't click here in the junction where the lines are intersecting. Make sure you click in an open space that is clearly open like this, then there, so that you don't confuse these things, otherwise it will disturb you. So we have done that. Then this side we want this wall of 5.3. So first of all, we're going to remove this wall from here. I want this wall to only remain here. Now, if you want to do that, you can use this. It is the second trim. This one says trim slice extend multiple elements. Now I'll click here, then I'll just select this wall because I want this one to remain on this wall. So I can select this, then I'll select that. It will bring the wall will remain here. I can do the same for this side. I'll just click, I'll select it again, I'll click there, then I'll click here. It will also remove this one. Let me escape and escape. Now let's see what we have. We want this wall, so it's 5.3. I'll just let me just offset this one here. So offset 5.3. I'll offset this like that, escape, and then I come to my align dimension. I'll measure it, then I'll make sure it is 5.3. I'll select the new wall, I'll write here 5.3, just like that. Then we don't want it to extend here. What I'll do, I'll pick my you see this one, the second trim we use. I'll click on that, want this wall to align with that. However, I'm seeing this is not the same thing we're having this side. I don't understand where the deviation is coming from. Let me see. 5.3. Now I understand. I understand. There's this part here we forgot. That is 1.5, which is supposed to be a little bit extended inside. So we shall create that by simply splitting this wall. So you come to your split tool or the split element. The shortcut is SL. You click on it. Then I'll split this wall here. I'll escape and escape. Then I'll make sure this wall extends to this. We can use any of the tools. I can use this trim. I'll just click on this and that. Then it will leave this one open. And then I can take this inside by 1.5. Let me just push it. I'm simply dragging it. Then I'll come to my line dimension. I'll measure here just like that. Now this is 1.5. See that? I did it randomly, but I found that I've got my measurement. Now if you want this wall to come all the way here, I can use this third trim. The trim extends single element. I can click on it. I'll first select this wall, then I'll select this one that I want to extend. It will just now extend it to this surface here. That is how you can use these tools. So make sure you always save. You do what? You always save. If you don't save, you're going to lose your work. And that's what we don't want to see for you. So now, with this, I can now click on this wall. I write here 5.3. I'll be able to have something like that. And exactly that's what we want to have. From here, that side is 4.5. So let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. We're going to split this wall, by the way. Let's come to the split tool, which is SL. I'll split here. I'll escape. Then I can come to trim. I'll trim this wall to this. I'll trim that one to this so that I don't have those excess extensions. When I come to my align dimension tool, then I select this and that. I put in the middle here. This is supposed to be 4.5. So here we shall select that one there. We make it 4.5. Just like that, so that it comes a little bit inside comes a little bit inside. And then I'll use this trim again, the TR. Then I'll trim this to that, just like that. Then I want to extend this to this one. I'll use this the single element. I'll just click on this and I'll extend it to that, just like that. Now we have this room and that room. There's 2 meters. I think it should be, yeah, it should be, let me see here. Let me see here. This is one, it should be 1.6 by 1.6. So we're going to create what are we going to create here? So now, okay, I'm trying to see something here that I think we didn't consider. Okay, this part, this wall here, this room is supposed to be, this room, these two rooms are supposed to be 3.5 by 3.5, I think 3.2 anyway. Now what we shall do, we're going to split, come to the split tool. We shall split this part here. Then this one here, I will just drag it a little bit away from here. Then I'll click on the unjoin so that they are not joined. And when I click on this, let's give the measurement 3.5 and see what we shall have. So now if I measure with the align dimension tool, if I measure this distance 3.3, so we're going to reduce this further to 3.2. So these rooms are going to be 3.2 by 3.5, and we're going to create another room here which is 1.6 by 1.6, and it will be the common washroom. So we shall offset this wall. We come to the offset, which is OF. We shall offset 1.6, just like that. You offset here, then you come to your line dimension, you check, you realize it is small, escape, click on that, you write here 1.6, just like that. Okay, let's see what it says. Now that is what it is. So this side it also extends 1.6. So I can choose to just instead of offsetting, I can click on one wall. I will come to create similar. I'll just randomly create another wall here. I'll escape. I'll come to my line dimension tool. Then I'll measure here, and then I click there. When I click on this new wall I created, I will take it to 1.6, just like that. Then we have this washroom. And then I want to have, I'm going to bring this one here. I'll use this last trim here. I'll bring that one to this side, just like that. I want to create another wall. From here I'll offset, let's just do 1.4. It will be shower room. It will be a shower of blessing. So when I measure it, it will give us 1.2. But I think 1.2 is enough for bathing. 1.2 should be enough for bathing. But I think is that this should be the toilet and this should be the the bathing room. So this side I'll make it 1.2. Then this one will now be 6. I'll extend this. I'll come to this other trim. I'll just click on that. I'll extend it to this, just like that. Then I'll click on this last trim. I'll bring that one to here, just like that. Make sure you save your work before you lose it. Now we're going to create another wall, another room actually. That is 6. Then this one, I want to reduce it further to 1.5 actually. 1.6 is big. 1.5 can work. We're going to create a room out here like this. It will be the laundry room. So we shall extend this wall to that. It is very simple. We don't even need to draw a wall, I guess. You just click on, you just go to your trim, and then you click on this, and then you click on that. You see, you just, let me escape and show you again. You come to this trim, which is the TR. You click on this wall, it will extend it to that one there. You see the line it is drawing, just like that. Then let's see what we have. Let's see what we have here. Here is 1.2, and then this side is 2.9, which is really enough. This is now for your washing. You come and wash your clothes from here, and the door is going to be from outside. You can access it from here. So do we need to do something else there? I feel that is okay. If you look at this floor plan, we have this wall is just short. It is having an open space here and an open space here. So what I'll do, I'll just simply click on it. I'll drag this one this side. So if you want to measure, you come to your line dimension, you measure here to there. Then of course this one here, you also drag it. So I'll just bring this one here like that. Now I want this wall to align with that one there, so that we don't confuse a lot of things here. But I think for now it can stay. It can really stay. So I'll relink this one here. You see it is open. So I'll use this one. I'll use this trim for the single. I'll click on this one first, then click on that. It will link them up. So we now have this master bedroom. We have this sitting or living area. We have the kitchen and the dining. We have these two bedrooms, and these two bedrooms have these washrooms. This is the toilet. I mean, this is for bathing, and this is common washroom or the common toilet. And this common toilet can be used by any other person in this house. So that one outside is the laundry. You'll access it from here. Now it looks like our floor plan is complete and we are ready to start on the openings. Let me see what we have. We need to have a store for this kitchen, a small store really. So I'll create a small store here for our kitchen. I'll just offset this one. I'll come to the offset tool. I'll just 1.4. I'll offset here like that. I'll come to this last trim. I'll trim this one to this, and then I can take this one to here using this second trim. I'll click on this first, and then that one there to extend it. And then I'll use this first trim. I'll trim that. I'll trim it to this now to create something like that. See that? And then I want to align. We have not done any alignment, so now there's another tool called the align tool. The shortcut is L. You're going to see it for the first time. You click on it here, then you can click on the line you want to align, just like that. It will draw for you these dotted lines. That means this is going to be our line where we want the next element to go. So now if I click on this, it will just come to the line. They are now perfectly aligned here. You'll need to always align your designs so that you don't face challenges when it comes to detailing, because if your walls are not aligned, it will cause you problems. Now I'm seeing another problem here. You see this bedroom has no area for a door. There's no way we can get a door here. That means we need to change the orientation of this bedroom. Now we're going to increase it a little bit outside, which I'll say this will be 3.7, just like that. And then we shall extend this wall that side as well. Shall extend this. I remember this was 1.2 that side. Even these ones we shall extend them. This is now 1.8. We shall bring it back to 1.6, or even 1.5 is enough. Now if you measure this to this, it is 600, and this is still not enough. This cannot be enough for a door, because the smallest door is supposed to be at least 900, and that one needs a space of more than 1000. So let's make this 1.2, then we shall handle those ones. Now we have the space here for the door. Now let's push this one outside by 1.5, like that. And then this, I'm now seeing it has affected what? Our laundry. I'll remove that, remove this. I'll simply just click on this trim. I'll trim this one to here. Then I'll use this last trim to bring this one back to inside. Then I will leave that space, because now this space is small. If we were to create the laundry there, then it will have to extend. It will have to move a little bit outside this area. It will have to move a little bit outside. So it will be like an extrusion here. I think for now we shall ignore that. We don't want to overstrain our brains in planning the floor plans, but we are learning how to simply use Revit to create a design. So that's what we are trying to achieve. The rest will be for you to understand how a floor plan is functional, because you also need to understand that your floor plan must be functional. So I'll just delete this. Sorry about that. Now we have this space here for the door. It is enough. Then this one here, I'm going to remove this. Do I have to? Someone is going to ask why this one is extruding here. You need these kind of walls to create what we call privacy for things like the washroom, the bedroom. They need a lot of privacy. That's why we have such. So I'm going to push this wall to align with that one. You come to your line tool like that. I'll click on this line, then I'll come and click on this to take this one there, so that they're perfectly aligned. So anyone around here cannot see from here. And then the same thing for this side. If you are coming, we could even create this and link them all up. We use those to access them, but I think we don't need to over make the house closed up, because we need some bit of open concept, just like this kitchen and the dining. They are all in the same space. Then the living room, so these ones here can really work. But I think we shall still need to bring this one. So I need to bring this one. Said I will extend it that way. No, we'll bring it here, because I still don't see. Let me align it with this wall here. So I'll come to the align tool. I'll click on this side. Then I'll align it with that one there. Just like that. Now, here no one will be able to, if you are sitting here, this part is a little bit covering. I think it is basically covering from the kitchen, and then where else do we need that? I think I'll just go with this. For now, I'll go with this. So we are done with our floor plan. Officially, we have finished our floor plans. However, you wonder, how you can see this as a house. That's what we are going to see now. You see this icon here, or it is on the first line up here. It is in the form of a house, and when you highlight on it, it will show you default 3D view. When I click on it, you'll see we have our house here. So now when I come, if yours is appearing white like this, you come to this down button here that says visual style. Right now the visual style is hidden line. When I click on this, I can come to shaded, I can come to realistic, I can come to texture, consistent colors. So for me, I will select shaded, and that is what you will see. That is the house we have been building. It is the house we have been building. And when you want to, if you want to rotate this, you are encouraged to use a real mouse, because the laptop cursor is a little bit hard for working in Revit. So now you'll need a mouse, and an extended mouse that you'll connect to your PC. You can click on shift, then the middle part of the mouse, you use it to rotate. Now you see how it is rotating. You can rotate all around and you see your house just like that. It is purely box, purely box. And then if you don't have mouse right now, you can use you see this tool here. You can use it to rotate their sides like this. It will show you sides like this, or else you have this one here. You click on it, it will bring you this. When you click on orbit, you'll be able to orbit around just now with your mouse, just like that. You can orbit all around and see what you have done. However, I don't like using this. I like using the mouse and my shift middle part of the mouse. You remember our floor to floor height, we had 3.5 millimeters. If I select this wall, if I select any of the walls and I come to the properties, there's top constraint which is unconnected, then there's unconnected height. It is showing us 8 meters high. That means our walls are 8 meters high, but we don't want them to be 8 meters high. We want them to be 3.5 meters high. So I'm going to select all the walls. After selecting one, I can right click on it. I'll come to select all instances visible in view. I'll select visible in view. I could select in the entire project. After all, this is the only project we have, but I'll select visible in view. I'll come to this unconnected. I'll simply change it to 3.5. Just like that, you click enter and the walls have reduced. And now they are fitting perfectly in our level. So now it is 3.5 as you can see here exactly. So this is our house. So this is your first house you have created. The next time we're going to meet again, we shall now do the openings. We shall do the wall openings. By wall openings, I mean the windows, the doors, all those stuffs. We shall do it in the next part of this project. Make sure you save your work. I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.